Alrighty, hey everyone. This is a program for a basic web application for finding recipes, also called a recipe finder application. And the user can input ingredients as well as cuisine preferences that then will display a detailed, and then I'll give a detailed but pretty straightforward description of how it works. So first we have the HTML structure. Program starts with this HTML document, including a form of user input and a section displays search results. And we have our basic functions here, such as like a header, as well as the drop-down menu, and it also includes the external style sheets to style it that I have in this other file right there, and then also the JavaScript file, which is the logic of the program. And so this basically is just for HTML that goes into the website. And here we have the styles. This defines the layout and appearance of the web page. This basically does the fonts, colors, and positioning for various elements, especially the recipe cards once they are found. It has the margins in between them so that they're equal, and then just the color formats as well. And then beginning with the logic of the program, first I have the API key, where the program defines it as the API key, and we use this external recipe database. It's called Spoonacular. That's the one deficiency. It is a free API, but it is limited on how many searches you're able to do in a day. But other than that, it does work perfectly. And then we have the HTML element references, results container, and recipe form. These two, the element where search results will be displayed, and the form that users can submit to search for recipes is for the recipe form. And then for this, I did also have a recursive feature when searching for the recipes. This function is responsible for fetching the recipes, especially from the Spoonacular API. Takes the parameters such as the ingredients, cuisine, and so on and so forth. And then if the request is successful, it combines the newly gathered recipes with the existing ones. And this uses the recursion to find multiple pages of recipes. Right now I have it up to 30 to ensure a variety of the results. And then I have the event listener here. And this is added to the recipe to search form. It also calls the recursive feature function to start fetching recipes based on the user's input. This also extracts the ingredients and cuisine preferences entered by the user. And then we have the display recipes. This just displays the fetch recipes on the web page. It clears the web page for every search. And then also states if no recipes are found, it displays a message that none were found for those ingredients. And then fetch recipe details. I did also add the feature so it does not just display a picture, but then it also has a URL to the actual recipe itself. So this is the function used to fetch additional details for a specific recipe, which is the URL, which also where you can click to that link. And then it also makes the API request, and then if it is successful, it returns the recipe details. And this uses the throw and exception and throw errors, just in case if it does, it can throw that error at us if the API is not responding or in that context. And so I'll go ahead and just give us a rundown or example. And so here's the web page, and then I'll just do a basic one for chicken with any cuisine. And we can see here there's a bunch of different recipes, and I'll go ahead and just open this one. And that takes us to the recipe that we can then use.